they're kuffar, pretty much. And I was saying, yeah, that
Oh look!
no
Oh look!
individual.
Oh look! Oh look! The pigeon's here.
Oh shit! Let him in.
Let's
Yo,
see
Teja.
if he be's nice.
Yeah, I'm nice. Yeah, what's up?
Yo, Raj.
Yo, Teja,
Basically,
listen.
yeah, I
First,
never said
yeah,
that. Me and
you
all
need to
our
apo- you
friends,
need-
yeah,
you-
we're
one
not
minute.
friends.
You need
Actually,
to-
no,
you need-
we're
need-
we're
one minute.
civil.
One
to
minute.
each
One minute. 1 second. Raj, are you gonna actually apologize for saying that word about the thingy? The
But
scholar,
who?
first.
First of all, it was
Yesterday.
Sheikh One that told me to say it. Mad Dunya told me
Forget
to
Sheikh
say
One.
it. No, I'm not
Forget that.
apologizing. I'm not apologizing.
Okay, bye-bye.
He's a Sheikh.
Bye.
Why should I apologize when you told me to do it?
Off, yeah. But here's the thing, Raj.
You
Since when
told
you
me
take
to do it.
instructions from Sheikh One? Are you Sheikh One's
He
bitch?
told he listen.
They told me to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and we
They
tell you
said
to
say
do
it,
something.
and
You
so I
listen, you
said
fucking
it.
pigeon.
We
You
correct
need to get them to apologize for telling me to say it.
Okay, but you.
If someone says to me, say, if someone says, yeah, say "mad kali dog," yeah, in Punjabi, and then I say it, and then they say keep on saying it, and I don't know who this guy
Oi,
is.
Ben,
Yeah? So, and then you tell me he's some kind of like respected scholar. I won't say it again, but don't say to apologize for it.
your mum's a scholar.
Oh, shut your mouth, you
I'm
goddamn
used to
gat
Stop
tooth
the-
little
So
prick.
the mums. Anyway, what can we do you here for?
Well, you got the, you said Afghan and pigeon welcome. Obviously, I'm the pigeon.
No,
Royalty
I didn't mean,
here.
I
So-
didn't mean welcome here. I meant you can go to the not so Muslim gay parade.
Yeah,
Because
do you know what? Yeah, I might actually.
Afghan likes the banana, and you like the golden.
You know what?
finger.
Yeah, I might actually go and film it. I'm not gonna lie.
It's
in
on the
April.
11th. It's in April the 11th. Yeah, so go there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you lot can get me to ask some questions from a Muslim. Because I don't. I look
No,
for me.
no.
It
No,
does
no,
sound strange. I'm not gonna lie. Huh?
Ask them. There's some Sikhs there as well, by the way. Just thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, bring Simon.
Yeah, I
Lewis
mean,
with
I'd like to question them because obviously Sikhism isn't for men and men or
Raj,
women and women.
by the
It
way,
is a traditional family.
you can't be a Muslim and be gay. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know in it.
I thought you can't be a Muslim and be gay if you're practicing. So you can be gay as long as you're not sticking it in something.
Yeah, but
Right.
then you're not gay, then, are you?
No, but you. All right. So this is where.
No, you're not the way. If you're not practicing the act, then you're not.
No, but if you look at a man and you
Nope.
find him attractive, even if you're not doing nothing to him, you're still gay.
Are you?
What do you? So if you looked at,
1 minute.
So let me just finish the thing. So if I went, and I'd say if I looked at a man, let's just say David Beckham, and I thought, oh, cool, look, and I fancy David Beckham, I'm gay. If I say that,
but
I don't fancy David Beckham.
Okay,
So
1 minute.
When I see him, I just see a man.
Listen,
it doesn't do nothing.
But in some Asian countries and some other countries, Far East countries, men hold men's hand. Yeah, they're not necessarily gays. They do it as a love for a brother thing, don't they? They do it in India, Pakistan.
I'm talking about.
No, do they? Do they?
That all right. So if I held my nephew's hand, or I held my father's hand or my brother's, and I was just holding it, I'm obviously not gay. But if I see another man and I find him physically attractive, remember the word attraction or sexually attractive, then you're gay.
Okay. If you but if you find him attractive, then that means you will go and get one and take him in your room and jiggy with him. Okay.
No, but there's
attraction, leads to destruction.
All right, so you don't always say I'm an incel. What does that mean?
You know what? Imbecile.
You don't always say I'm an incel. What does that mean?
Explain to us. I've never used that word.
Or they say that because there is such a thing as people finding another the opposite attractive, but not copulating with them. It's same with a man finding another man attractive and not doing anything with it. You still, if you look at a man and you find him attractive, you're gay, even if you don't do nothing.
So if a woman sees a woman and says, "Oh, she looks lovely," yeah. As a joke, does that mean she's a lesbian?
All right. So if a woman looks at another woman and says, "Oh, she's beautiful," that is not being gay. But if she looks at that woman and says she's beautiful, I want to do a finger, that scissors on her, and she wants to sleep with her, she's gay.
Okay, but how are you going to know what's in that person's mind at that time?
Yeah, but no one knows. I'm not God.
Exactly. So
yeah, but if they openly say So if somebody says openly, if they fancy the,
Then you're gay.
Then you're gay. So someone
you're
like Paul, someone like Paul is a perfect
Yeah.
example. He says he finds other men attractive, yeah, but he
Okay.
doesn't practice.
Okay.
So he's
But
still gay.
Okay. But 9 times out of 10, with these sort of people, when they say that, okay, probably 9.5 times out of 10, they'll do the act at some point in the darkest times, whatever. Yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah, but even if
look, in Islam, let's just make it clear. There's no such thing as a gay Muslim, a pedo Muslim, a lesbian Muslim. Yeah, there is one. All it is Muslim. We don't have races. We don't have agendas. We don't have different set. We don't do all this crap. It's just you're Muslim.
So Paul is a Muslim who finds men attractive but doesn't act on his
okay, desire. Then that might be, I don't know, maybe I don't know, Yusuf, if you can help me if he's here, yeah, or one of you guys, would that be classed as him doing a sin if he finds someone attractive? He's not doing the act, is he?
No, it's a sin for him saying it out in public.
That's what I mean. Yeah, okay.
He just kept that in his head, and it was between him and basically was of Shaitan, and he was able to suppress those feelings. He's not sinning, he's not acting on it, and he's not spreading those ideas out into the public for some people.
But he still finds men attractive, so he's still gay. When he's at Speaker's Corner and he sees a woman, his eyes don't even flinch.
Are there even women in Hyde Park?
No. During the Winter Wonderland, there was a lot of females walking about because there was an event going on. And most of the men. When was
the last time you slept with a woman?
Most of the men, yeah. Most of the men who are heterosexual, including myself, would look at the females if they were good looking. Even some men would look.
Why you weren't going to do nothing, so why would you just look? You're not.
If you find somebody, if your eyes as a man, yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're going to do anything.
Why do you spend the most time with PC Barnes?
You can't. Your own brain, yeah, cannot stop yourself. So let me finish. So your own brain, from a man, even I try not to look here because I think it's disrespectful. But even my eyes wander, yeah, and I try to control myself. Now some men, yeah, can't control that, and they start gulping and looking like they're freaking thirsty, yeah. Now other people, and this does not.
Why were you staring at Sophia Lewis like constantly? Whenever she's in the park, like you guys hold hands and like you're her bodyguard.
Well, she's my wife.
Can somebody clip that and edit it?
Yeah, she's my wife. We're married. We had a good honeymoon and everything, man. Big up.
Who's the husband?
Big up to Queen. Big up to Queen Sophia Lewis, man. Big up to Queen Sophia Lewis.
Is it true that you went down on one knee and your pug flew off?
Is it true that you went on one knee and your hijab fell off?
Is it true, yeah, that Simon?
If you start mentioning my turban, I'll go for the hijab. I'm warning you straight. So don't go for my turban. I'll go for your hijab.
Ron, you go to sleep in that dress.
Why? Do you want to jump in the bed with me? You little freaking little weirdo.
Bro,
Are you fantasizing about what I sleep in?
No, we already know
the Muslim Ummah.
You sleep in that bed.
Worrying about what some weird little Sikh is doing in his bed. Do you want to know if I'm Muslim as well? Do you want to know if I wear socks? Do you want to know whether I, with my little pinky toes out? What do you want to know?
You fucking kanja. I just want to let you know, yeah, me and Oz, yeah, we're civil with each other. I never said what you accused me of, and he can prove that, and we're on amicable terms. So
don't worry, I got other people to deal with. Don't worry about you. I got other people to deal with.
Okay.
So you're low on the list at the moment. You're lucky.
So what does your religion say about homosexuals?
Basically, from my understanding, is that we don't agree with homosexuality. We believe that a man and a woman.
Say it with your chest, man. You guys copy from the Sufi books, innit?
What are you talking about? Throughout history, every civilization knows that the way to grow a civilization and the norm is for men and women to copulate. That is not an Islamic thing, you put it up.
No, I'm just saying.
That before Islam,
why can't you come out with your chest
before Islam, Christianity propagated that. Before Christianity, Judaism. Before that, Hinduism. Every religion or every civilization has propagated that men and women are the best way to create a civilization. That's
Yeah,
not
but here's
Islamic.
the thing, yeah. Here's the thing, yeah. So like, look at the science in the Quran. We didn't pick a lot of the science, yeah, that was made 1400 years ago. Now is defunct. But how is it that the Quran pick and choose only the correct things?
So how
Back
old
then,
is the earth then in the Quran?
no, just listen, yeah.
No, I
Back
just
in
want to know how old is
shut up, man.
how
Listen,
old is
yeah.
no, this is a very basic question. How old is the earth in the Quran? Is it the same as the biblical one, which is like 6,000 years old, and that men were living with
Nope.
dinosaurs?
It's not 6,000 years old.
Oh, so how old?
There's no number of that. But listen,
There's
yeah,
no number.
because
It's
that
old. There's no number.
information is useless. It has no value. Specifics, yeah. For example, yeah, 1400 years ago, people thought that the world was flat. How did our religion not choose that piece of science as defined now, but then picked only the appropriate stuff? We don't copy. And also, yeah, if you say that we copied from Christianity or the Bible, we have no problem with that because we believe in similar stuff.
But you
It's
do
just
know that the globe theory wasn't you wasn't the first person to think of that. It's been around for a long time that the Earth is globe. Is a globe.
Yeah, but I'm saying in those times, yeah, people believed the Earth was flat.
No, but
So
but what I'm trying to
Quran
say to
doesn't-
you need to show me something that is so unique that only Prophet Muhammad done. Now we know for a fact there are
Okay,
lots of people.
you said
throughout
yeah that
history-
everybody. You
Hold
saying
on,
that
let me
people.
finish. Let me finish. There are lots of people during that time and before that believed the Earth was a globe, and some believed it was flat. That's not something unique to your religion.
All right. Universe expanding. Bring me that.
I mean, I'm sure if I start looking through, I'd find somebody that written something about that.
Yeah, but you asked for
Go on.
something unique. Wait, hold up.
Unique.
You asked for wait. You asked for something unique. I brought you something unique. Now go make your research.
Yeah, I'll research that one. That's one. Now give me something else.
You want more? How many things
Of
do you
course,
want?
I mean, if you're making a claim.
Raj, how many do you want? How many do you
Look.
want?
One could be a fluke.
Wait, Raj,
Yeah. Hold on.
give me a number, and then
So
inshallah.
let me say that one could be a fluke. Yeah. Is that it? Can something be a fluke if it's one off? Let me calm down. If I was to guess something and I had 10 guesses, I reckon I could probably guess one thing right. So it can be a fluke if it's only one. So you need a substantial amount to prove that it's correct.
Raj, aren't you a Muslim? Aren't you a Sikh? Don't you say that Allah is the creator?
We don't. We believe Ram is the creator. So Ram is a Hindu god.
Ibrahim, listen, yeah.
We don't get caught up in names. In fact, Ram and all of these names are mentioned in the Quran.
Wait, 1 second, Raj. How many things do you want? I gave you. You asked for one. I gave you one. Do you want more?
Give me 10.
Ibrahim, you'll never be satisfied, bro. He's a dirty kafir, man. This guy, yeah. If you bring him every dalil, yeah, he's one of those. Even the Quran mentioned these type of people that didn't believe in.
I know.
And they want more and more and more. They're never satisfied. And these people, their hearts are.
My brother, they're like the Jews that say they won't believe until they see Allah. The Jews that was with Musa alayhi salam.
And this pigeon, yeah, he basically said, yeah, that Islam copied Christianity, which copied Judaism.
Who's that kuffar as your profile picture? Who's that kuff as your profile
shut
picture?
up, fam.
That you're worshipping.
The Quran, yeah. If you guys
are you worshipping that kuffar? I'm pretty sure that's a rapper. That's a kuffar. So you're actually idolizing a kuffar.
Bro, the pen has been lifted on you. You're done out here.
Good. You're disgraced to the Muslim Ummah. Everybody else has got respectable avatars, and you got some rapper who's doing like probably like garbage songs.
Let's get back to your Sikhism. You said that homosexuality is forbidden in Sikhi religion. All right, continue from there, man.
Yeah. So from my understanding, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So if anyone wants to jump on who's a Sikh and correct me, we believe that men and women, is what God entailed. That this is, basically, the kind of fundamentals of creating a civilization is what that men and women that's propagated within Sikhism. But we also believe that if someone is gay or transgender, that we should not oppress them. Yeah, we should not abuse them, and we should not persecute them. We should allow them to be who they are. We can't condemn them. We can say what they're doing is not right. Yeah, in
your book.
Well, that's something that I've got from by Jagraj Singh, R.I.P., who's very knowledgeable in terms of the Guru Sahib and stuff. So he's a very
Rest in peace.
scholar. I think it's so rest in peace. Abu, what's his name? That Madkhali, whatever his name is. So don't say Rista, because we see him as a good scholar as well. So it goes both ways. Yeah, so for that, that's the kind of main thing. That's why Sikhs don't generally persecute gay people. But Punjabi culture, so the Punjabi culture is very anti-gay. So you've got to separate the two. The culture of the Punjab. So there will be a lot of Sikhs who are Punjabi Sikhs who are very anti-gay, homophobic. I'm not going to deny that.
Can you have a gay Sikh?
Of course, Raj is one.
All right, so I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I know there are gay Sikhs that have done a podcast, and I listen to them.
No, you can't have a gay
And to
Sikh.
be honest with you, like
You can't have a gay Sikh.
the thing is, I don't feel
You
like
can't have a gay Sikh.
All right, so
But you can't have a Sikh gay.
The fundamental of Sikhism is to unite two people, procreate, the world and all that. Yeah, you can't have a gay.
But what I'm saying,
The fundamentals are worshipping toilets, fam.
you do know that we're not Hindus. You do
He's not Hindu.
understand we are totally separate faith. In fact, Sikhism, when it come about,
They came from Hindus.
when Sikhism come about, we condemned all idolatry or any of these silly practices.
Hang on, but you still draw a picture of a guy 100 years old, yeah. According to Thingy, that the guy that was meant to, he drew himself. He drew his own portrait and gave it as and drew it as Guru Nanak. And you don't do idolatry.
All right, so do I draw that, or did that other guy draw that? Because you need to remember, I don't draw from pictures. I draw from imagination.
So hang on, who do you draw then?
I draw from imagination. I've got.
Why do you draw men? Why do you think about men constantly?
So
you do know that my imagination, you can create a face. It's not hard.
So why are you imagining men in your basement 24/7?
I don't need.
One second. 1 minute. Why do we listen? So Raj, 1 minute. So if there was 100 people like you that were artists and they had 100 different imaginations of him, is that not wrong?
We do not say that this is him. We say
you do because you have a picture. You have a picture of him, right, so and it's in your. You've got a picture in your house of that guy.
So let me explain. When I'm doing a drawing of, say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji traveling the world, what I'm trying to depict is him traveling the world. I can't do a blank face. I have to put something in there. Now, I do not. We do not. Answer my question. Let me finish.
When the Christians draw
Let
Jesus.
me finish. If any Sikh is looking at these pictures and saying this is the Guru and worshipping the pictures, they are going against Sikhism. If they just look at the pictures as a respectful kind of image, then that is fine. Like the way I look at these artworks, I do not.
One second, YNW. So you're telling me that Sikhs do not have that picture, the so-called Guru Nanak picture, and they put a flower around the picture and stick it on a frame in the house.
What the thing is the
same way. And they change the flower.
All right, so let me give an example.
They do. 1 minute. So what's the difference? 1 minute. 1 minute. What's the difference? 1 minute. What's the difference between? You can answer 1 minute. So what's the difference between them changing it, putting a flower around, around the picture, and then somebody else who's got a picture of Ram or one of the Hindu gods doing the same thing? What's the difference?
So let me explain. First of all, I don't care about your shirk. First of all, it's nothing to do with Sikhism. We don't care about shirk. Second, I don't even know why I argue this because it's got nothing to do with our religion. We don't even care about this stuff.
But you have it in your house.
But what I'm saying, it doesn't matter to us. I don't know why.
Do Sikhs have it in the house? Yes or no?
What I'm saying, it doesn't matter.
Do they? No. Do they have? If it doesn't matter, why do they have it in the house?
Because we don't. Look, all right, so look, do you want me to explain? First of all, you're putting your Islamic concept onto me when we don't care about shirk.
But hang on. But you said.
I will say. So let me finish. Let me finish a sentence.
Raj, listen. But you just said, according to the Sikh, Sikhism, you can't have no idols.
Yes, so let me do it from a Sikh perspective. Okay. You're trying to put your Islamic perspective onto me. We are allowed to have artworks as long as you do not. How do you know? We got it in the Golden Temple. Every good guy in the world. I'll give you a challenge. I'll give you a challenge here. I'll give you a challenge. Go to any temple in the One minute. Let me. You are not letting me finish a single sentence.
Yeah. But Raj, what does shirk mean?
Let me finish a single sentence. You can go to any temple, including the highest temples in the world that are most revered. Like to you is like Mecca. To us is the Golden Temple, Kartarpur and Nankana Sahib in Pakistan. Those temples all have images of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Guru Gobind Singh, all of the Gurus. Are you saying that they are wrong? Baba Faz?
What the pictures?
Yeah, is it wrong? Should they take them down?
Yeah, because according to Sid, yeah, RS Sid, when he came on
No,
my
no, I
channel,
said
listen,
is
one
not
minute,
anyone but a man.
one minute,
Now,
one
according to
minute,
your
one minute, one minute.
perspective.
Let me
Let him
finish.
finish, Raj.
RS Sid said that guy drew a picture of himself and he called him a bastard, and he said it was all to do with making money from that
Right, so
picture.
no,
what
I'm
he said.
asking you. So what do you want them to do? Because
Yes,
I'll
yes,
write a letter
yes.
to the
Basically, 1 minute.
guy,
Yeah,
and
write
I'll
a
say
letter, write a
Faz
letter,
wants you to
and right,
take down
listen,
all their
yeah.
pictures
No,
down.
no, you don't need to do
Because
that. What you need
Iris
to do
said, who
is
calls your
1 minute.
prophet. So Iris said cusses your prophet,
No,
but you take his word on this.
listen.
He cussed your prophet,
All
you
I'm
know.
saying to
You
you,
know.
Raj, you
listen,
waffling, man.
But
listen, Raj,
Raj,
you
don't change the
take
subject.
your position
Can
on
you
this.
please,
Wait for the Baba,
Raj,
let him
listen,
finish, man.
listen. All I'm saying to you is, according to you yourself, you said you don't have no idols. You said it.
All right, so
Now, what my point is,
can I say one
listen,
sentence without you
So if
interrupting?
Yeah,
but
but
let
you
me finish
interrupting
then.
him.
Can
When he's
I
trying to
say
finish.
one sentence without
What,
interrupting?
Yeah,
Raj,
but
you
Raj,
can.
let him
Let me
finish.
finish.
Can
Then
I
you
say
respond.
one
Let me
sentence
finish.
without interrupting?
Yeah,
Let
but
me
let him
finish.
finish,
Listen,
and then you
listen.
speak.
You can go after me. Well, you said you said yourself that you do not have, in your scripture, you don't have no idols. I understand that. Yeah, big up for that. Yeah, for have no worshiping idols. But on the other hand, you just said that do you want me to write a letter to all the all the gurudwaras everything that have a picture of Guru Nanak or one of the gurus? Yeah, bro, then that's idolatry. Simple.
All right, so
Which one is it?
don't disturb me because your Foga brain, yeah, you got fog in it. Yeah, that's why you're a Fogger. Yeah, you don't understand.
Well, you can't handle me. That's the problem.
Let me explain.
I'm not stupid. You can't handle me.
Let me explain.
You must be a double Fogger to me.
Let me explain, you Fogger Faz. Yeah, when it
Do you
comes,
guys need a time
no,
limit?
hold on. I'm sorry. Let me just explain.
Yeah,
We
Raj,
do
skip
not.
that homonyms, man.
Oh,
Skip
God.
that homonyms. Just get to the point.
So when they're calling me pigeon and stuff, that's not an ad hominem. When they
We
say
have to call
Edja,
you pigeon now.
and that's my father's name. That's not an ad hominem.
Raj, have you heard us
Raj,
call you
have I ever called you or disrespected your mother or father?
I've heard you let people on there going Edja.
Have I done it?
I know you haven't, but you haven't stopped people. You haven't stopped people, though.
Okay.
Put that homonyms aside. Let's have a proper discussion.
So yesterday, when M Stacks was going Edja, that's my father's name. Yeah, you're taking a piss out of my father.
Raj, I think you guys need a time limit.
All right, so let me explain.
They just need a flow. They just need a flow.
All right, so let me explain. Sikhism, when it come about in India, there was a lot of idolatry. So you had Hindus going over to these statues and stuff and believing they were real gods and that they were praying to them, they were giving them stuff, they were literally like treating them like they were like gods incarnate. And so Sikhism abolished all idolatry. Now, there's a strict thing of having statues. You will never go to a Sikh temple or anywhere in the Sikh thing where there's statues of anything that is religious. You might have a statue or say like a Sikh soldier or something like that, but not any of our religious figures. But one thing that was permitted was that we can do artwork. We can draw faces, we can draw animals, we can draw the stuff like that. Now, what happened is that in the 1900s, a guy called Sobha Singh come along. He was a very famous artist in India, not just for Sikh artwork, but other artwork as well. And he did.
Hang on.
Let me finish. So he did artwork.
Did he do for the British, by the way? Did he work for the British?
Let me finish. He did artwork. Yeah, that is now really prevalent within the Sikh temples, including the Golden Temple. Every temple in the world at least has one of these pictures or artworks in the Gurdwara. Now, one thing is that is very clear. We do not worship the pictures. Yeah, the pictures, even though I've got a picture of my mother in my house, I don't worship that picture. I did the drawing. One time when I gave it to her, I had it in a bow. And there has been times when we do sometimes, even like, when I'm celebrating a birthday, I might put it on the table and put a card next to it. It doesn't mean I'm worshipping the picture.
Keep it short and snappy,
right,
man.
Have you finished now? My turn now. My turn. You have 5 minutes.
All right, so 1 minute. When you're talking about...
You've not answered my question.
Let me finish. The point is this. We don't care whether you like it or not.
Right, okay. Let me finish. Let me start now. It's not about me. Listen, it's not about me caring. Your scripture says no idols. You have a picture of Sarpar Singh or whatever he is, the British guy that drew a picture of himself. Okay. Now you Sikhs, okay, right, are more Foga than me. If you think, and you think that's a picture of Guru Nanak, If you go and ask a normal Sikh and say, who's that? Is he going to say Sobha Singh? No. He's going to say it's Guru Nanak. That's the difference.
All right. If you ask any Sikh, is this the Guru? They'll say it's an interpretation of the Guru. It's a painting, but we don't believe it's him. We don't know what he exactly looked like. We have a rough outline.
Who is that person? Who is that person?
So one of the things. All right. So let me finish a sentence, you fogger. So one of the problems with artists in the past, including Leonardo da Vinci and all of these people, they did the same mistake that a lot of artists have done, that which I haven't done, which is that when they were drawing these portraits. So if you look at Jesus Christ, the way they depicted Jesus Christ is depicted as a white man with his long hair and beard. Now I'm pretty sure whoever drew that probably got someone off the street and drew their face and then created that and said, this is Jesus Christ, because they had to have a reference point. Yeah, because their imagination probably wasn't.
Can we go back to Guru Nanak?
Sobha Singh did one thing that I do believe with not all of these paintings, but with one of them, the Guru Nanak Dev Ji, he probably used somebody he knew, or obviously said it was.
That was a picture of him. That's a picture of him.
Right, so are you 1 minute? Are you saying Aris Sid is right about everything?
No, I'm saying Aris Sid.
No. Let's get something established.
1 minute.
Let's get done. Before you go in, is Aris Sid correct about everything?
Is Aris Sid is Aris Sid a Sikh? Is
Aris Sid correct about everything?
Is he Sikh?
Is Aris Sid correct about everything?
Is he a Sikh? Yes or no?
Is Aris Sid infallible?
Sikhism, yes, he is.
Is Aris Sid infallible?
He knows more
infallible?
He knows more than you.
Is Aris Sid infallible? So are you saying he's like a god?
What are we doing right now? We're playing ping pong right now.
No, I'm trying to establish that. I'm trying to establish. 1 minute. Let me finish. I'm trying to establish.
Is he inflammable?
So I'm trying to establish. You have one. Let me try. I'm trying to establish that you have one Sikh who's very on the fringes of our community, saying stuff, and you take his word as gospel, even though he says stuff about your religion that you find disrespectful. So it's either you find him to be reputable or not. Is he a reputable person to you that you believe everything he says?
For me,
yeah.
Listen, when he said on here, listen to me.
Yeah.
When he said that this guy made a picture, he drew a picture of, supposedly Guru Nanak. I didn't know this. Now you've agreed to this as well. You've said yes. The second thing is when
I haven't agreed to that.
Do you
agree to it with himself? I don't know who it was. There's no proof it was him.
So you don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what. Okay, no problem. So what will so since he said this about 2 weeks ago, have you actually found out who that picture is?
I've looked into it and there's no proof it's him. I've looked into it heavily. It's no proof. It could have been anyone. But I know what he did was probably not the best way. The way I do my artwork is to draw from my imagination. So when I've done all of my artworks, even my Guru Nanak Dev Ji looks very different from his one because I didn't copy his one. I did my own version. So what I do, obviously, I'm very talented.
So you did your own
I know
version,
it's hard for you to understand, but
no.
I'm very talented. So what I do, let me finish the sentence.
It's fine. We understand now. So 100 different artists will have their own versions of Guru Nanak. Okay, fair
enough. Yes.
And
there is 100 different versions. No one's saying any of ours is the right version.
Can somebody do me a favor, please? If you're on the net, type in different versions of Guru Nanak's picture. Let's see how many.
There's loads. My sister's done one. My sister's an artist, part time.
We're not about the Raj family.
I'd actually give you my own evidence here. I did a Guru Nanak Dev Ji exhibition in Birmingham, and I was one of 60 artists. Each one had a slightly different or even a very different version of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's face.
Wait, 1 second.
Do you want me to send that to you?
Let's get back to track.
All right, so no. This is going around in circles because I'm going to be honest. Oh, Ibrahim, let me just say something. I don't care. Let me say that. I don't care.
Yeah, I know.
But what it is here, look, I don't care.
Fine.
I don't care if you like the artwork or not. It's nothing. It's none of your business.
But let's go to the juggler. Give me 1 second. Do you believe that the guru is God or God incarnated?
No, we don't believe he's God. We believe he's the most connected to God. So he's above Prophet Muhammad, above all of your prophets. We believe the gurus are way above in terms of connection to God. They're not God.
So there's a clip of what? There's no God.
No, I said we do not believe they're God.
Yeah, but you know the same person, rest in peace, Bhajagraj Singh, the same guy, rest in peace, that you said. He said, that they are gods.
No,
wait,
you come out.
wait,
If you, all right,
is he wrong?
Fast,
Is he wrong?
Fast,
if you look, hold on, let me finish. Let me. He just made a point. So let me answer it.
Raj, one quick, because I remember some weeks ago, you and Mr. Raindrop were saying that the fly that lands on the feces and take the nutrition has God inside of them. So you saying that fly is higher in status than Guru Nanak?
We believe that all of us, are connected to God. Whether that's God within us, we believe we're all connected. God is like an energy. We don't believe in your concept of God.
You
which
believe
is
the
like,
soul. Wait, Raj, you believe that the soul inside the body is part of God's consciousness. That this is like
all right, so
pantheism.
let me just explain one thing first. I need to go. Bhaja Garaj Singh done a clarification video on that video, which is on my channel, and he clarifies that he didn't mean that that the Gurus were God, but they were connected to God the way that a raindrop is connected or to the water. It's like an ocean, yeah.
To the ocean.
Yeah. So he's clarified that already. So that's kind of done there. Now, when it comes to this situation, we probably are more pantheistic rather than. I don't even understand why I'm trying to kind of prove myself to you guys. I don't really care about whether you believe it or not. All I would say,
Raj is on the ropes. Raj is on the ropes.
I don't care
Raj
about
is on the ropes.
My feelings.
Raj is on the ropes.
Just have a
no,
conversation.
because the thing is, you lot are obsessed with what I'm saying. You lot are obsessed with Shirk, and because of this, you become kind of like mental in your mindset. You're like crazy people.
But let's be honest, you guys are doing the biggest shirk, aren't you?
It doesn't matter if we are. Big deal.
It doesn't matter. Okay. No, that's fine.
Big deal. We do shirk overload.
There we go. Okay, that's fine.
Do you have any sins in Sikhism? Are there any sins?
I mean, our main ones are trying to control our lust, anger, ego.
Because there's no punishment in Sikhism. There's no punishment for. There's no punishment either.
All right. So by your logic, if there's no punishment for something, it can't be wrong.
Nope.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Let me.
Because
Is there reward for something? Do you get reward?
There's
no punishment and no reward, or you get reward.
Let Shefaz answer. You're saying there can't be any kind of anything wrong.
Can I just say something? Yeah.
Right,
1 minute. Right?
Because there's no punishments for something doesn't mean it can't be wrong. Answer that. Yes or no.
You got this one.
If there's no punishment if there's no punishment.
If there's no punishment for something, it doesn't mean it can't be wrong.
No, because you're not being held accountable for it.
According to your logic.
All right, so your logic is that
there's no punishment for anything. 1 minute. Let me finish, man. You just ask me a question. Now you answered it for me. Let me finish. You said, can it be wrong? According to your logic, if you do not have a punishment for something, then there is no right and wrong. To us, there's a punishment.
No, I've not said that, you Foga. Get that Foga out your brain. When did I say that, you liar?
Yeah. So listen.
I didn't even say that, you Foga. You're such a liar.
What did you say?
I said, I'm asking you a question. So I'm asking you a question. So I'll give you a hypothetical. Say if there was no law.
Just a question, man. Forget a hypothetical.
Let me, because I need to put it into context. Say
I know it's okay. I know.
You don't know, Foga. Your brain is
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So let me give you a hypothetical first. Say if there was no law against stealing, does it mean that because there's no law against stealing, that stealing is then not wrong?
No, in Islam we have. It's
no. I'm asking for.
I'm answering.
No, reactionary. Let the Foga answer. This is between me and the Foga. Don't get involved.
I'm kind of confused with what he's actually saying. Actually, what is he?
You're saying that. So you said that.
What he's trying to say, right? If there's no ruling on something, let's take marijuana as an example. Yeah. There's no mention of marijuana in the Quran and Sunnah, right? But is it permissible?
Nope.
He's saying that because there's no text about it, therefore there's no reward or punishment.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You're straw man.
What are you saying then? Go on.
The argument was this from the Foga, that if there's no law against something, that means we don't believe it's wrong. Now I'm trying to say that even if there's no law against something, something is still objectively wrong. So I can say that it's hypothetically, I gave the example that if in the UK right now they stop there being a law against stealing, does that mean just because they stop the law against stealing, that stealing then automatically becomes right or is not wrong? It is still wrong.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah.
If no, one minute. If the law says it's okay, then it doesn't matter. No. If the law says it's okay, no. If the law says it's okay, then it's fine.
All right. So if people start going out and stealing because there was no law, let me ask you: if people go out now, say hypothetically the law for stealing was taken out, let me listen.
Right, you twisted yourself up there, right? Because you said homosexuality is wrong.
Let me just get. So what I'm saying to you, if there's no law, right now, and everybody's stealing, someone's going down the road and just stealing because there's no law, does that mean, that it's now automatically not wrong?
Yeah, well, if the law says it's okay,
no. So if the law says okay,
if the law says it's not okay, then it's not okay, innit? If the law doesn't say anything, then you're all right, aren't you? That's according to your belief.
So everybody can now go out.
So that's why in my belief, you do this, you get punished. Yeah. If it doesn't say punishment, it's okay.
So let me ask you.
That's why in your 1 minute. So that's why That's why in your religion it says in your book that whichever country you're in, you follow by that country law. If you're in Sharia, an Islamic country,
we don't follow that Sharia, man. I tell you that now.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
We don't. We follow against Sharia. We don't.
No. It says in your scripture that you have to obey.
Why do you think I say the jizya is you know what?
No,
we did it. We introduced it, and that's why I say we ain't.
Listen,
we refuse to pay it.
Okay, listen. Man. I want you to tell me that in your scripture it says the word jizya. It doesn't say that. It says whichever land you're in, okay, you follow their law. So when you're in Islamic country, you follow the law. 1 minute. So hang on 1 minute. Okay, let me prove it to you. Let me prove it to you.
You know you're on the road.
Prove it to you.
Let me prove it. Hold on. Let me ask you.
Raj, I'm going to prove it to you now.
1 minute.
Can you let me prove it? When you go to Pakistan, when you go let me give you an example.
Go back for a second. 1 minute. So you said that if there's no law against stealing, when someone goes out and steals, it's not wrong. So are you telling me that objectively stealing is not wrong?
It doesn't matter objectively.
What do you mean objectively? No, listen.
Meaning that there's certain things here that are clear cut here in terms of objectivity. Stealing is objectively wrong.
1 minute. If it was clear cut, then the God they created would have told you in it. But obviously, he's not told you anything anywhere, has he? Who are you to decide?
Dude, we don't need to know stealing is wrong. We know it's wrong. Like we don't need to be told how to go to the toilet.
So hang on. So you know homosexuality is wrong, but it's okay, yeah?
The problem with you guys, you need every little bit of your life governed in order to tell you what's right and wrong. You lot are going fucking mad here in this kind of like...
wobbling, man. You wobbling, listen. So
I'm not wobbling.
Wait. I got a question. If a man dies, should his wife be burned alive?
No, of course not. That was outlawed by the Sikhs as well. The sati is a disgusting, vile act.
So one second, Raj.
And he's objectively evil.
Raj,
is it not?
So 1 minute. So because you guys don't have any right and wrong, so you can just go around. Even your scripture says, don't do no idols, worship idols. You can go and draw as many pictures as you like, and it's all right, It doesn't matter. Who cares?
I can draw whatever I want.
Okay. Good luck to your religion, anyway. Good luck.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. Big up to the Sikhs, man. We run things around there.
Yeah. Big up to the Sikhs. Yeah.
Have you not embarrassed here how one Sikh here can cause you so much headache?
You've not done anything. No, you haven't done nothing.
One thing, Raj, is any sins in Sikhism?
Yeah, I mean the main ones are the kind of the sins of what you call your like your lust, your ego, like.
Does homosexuality comes? Hang on. Homosexuality, does that come under lust?
Yeah, it probably would. Yeah, so we don't agree that
it does.
What about showing
I would say it's not something that is not. All right. It's definitely a sin in some way.
Follow-up question now. So if a person make a sin, what's the consequences for making a sin? Worldly and in the hereafter and so on. What, like, you get me?
I mean, worldly.
According to Sikhism.
Yeah, I mean, worldly, that will be kind of down to this. Basically, depending on if it was under Sikh rule, we got a governing body called the Akal Takht, and say under Sikhism it was under a Sikh rule, they would decide what the earthly kind of punishments are. They're normally not death sentence though, unless you've done something very bad.
But Raj, if you're not listen, if you're not practicing Sikh,
let me finish my sentence.
If you're not practicing 1 minute, if you're not practicing Sikh, does it still come under that as well? Just answer that a bit as well.
If you classify yourself as a Sikh, because there's millions of Sikhs that don't even wear turbans, millions of Sikhs that drink, that is against Sikhism, millions of Sikhs that eat meat, that's against Sikhism. There's millions of Sikhs here that are not on the right path at the moment, but they're not. I cannot say the same way you can't say Bigard is not a Sikh.
Wait, 1 second.
The same way that you can't say Bigard is not a Muslim. The same way I'm not going to say some of my Sikh brothers that are not on the right path at the moment are not Sikh.
Okay,
no, I'm not. No, you have to do something very, very serious to do that.
Wait, 1 second. Can we just try like 1 minute to keep on track and no derailing and all of this? I asked you a question, and inshallah, the worldly punishment, the legislations, inshallah, according to Sikhism, I want to ask more about that, inshallah, another time. Well, you were saying, what about the hereafter if you make a sin X, Y, Z? What's the thing according to Sikhism?
Yeah, I mean, so we don't believe in the concept of literal hell. Like, but when I read about Islamic hell, it was quite scary. I'm not gonna lie, actually, like, was a little bit. Let's just say my mind was playing a few little tricks for like an hour. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I know you must love that, but it did have an effect. When I heard it. Yeah, when I heard it, I was like, "Whoa! If this is true, like God is very, very vindictive." That's what I thought.
Yeah, but did you see the rewards? Did you see the rewards though? On the other side, you see the
yeah, but I believe like God is loving, compassionate, and forgiving as well.
But hang on,
wait, 1 second. Can he answer the question I asked him like 2 times? I can.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is that the way that I see
Islam now, I know.
Yeah, so the way that God is seen within like the Sikh scriptures is that although I'm answering you from the Sikh perspective.
About sin.
Yeah, about sin. So I'm answering. So within the Sikh faith, from my understanding, if I made a mistake, my Sikh brothers jump on and you can answer it. That we believe that God is like a mother, basically. Like God is somebody that will love and reward you if you do something good, and will punish you if you do.
How many attributes does God have?
Now, when it comes to let me finish.
Yeah, let him land.
Let the pigeon land. I'm mid-flight, man, flapping my wings, and you still got.
Raj, I don't even take off. I don't even take off.
My God, Foga, you goddamn creature from the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh.
Just let him land, man. Come on,
I'm your kryptonite, Raj.
All right, so then what we're saying is that we believe that God will punish you, but it won't be in the punishment that you might be used to. It'll be through punishing you with reincarnation. So if you've done a really major sin, you will have to, because we believe in rebirths and births. So people have to go for millions of life cycles to become human. And then this chance of becoming human, if you attained connection with God, you would then become one with God. So you would go to what you might see as heaven. To us, it's becoming one with God. And so you would be, so if somebody's done a lot, someone's doing sin, but I'm doing it, I might be punished, yeah, in a way that, I have I might come back here and I have to be reincarnated. I don't know, 10,000 times. I might come back as a pig. I might come back as a sword,
right.
like a sword, like those speakers.
Raj, 1 second. I have a question now. How do a pig live a righteous life to go from step pig to go up the ladder? What religion? You have to follow Sikhi. Or what?
What is a punishment, remember? It's a punishment. You do understand it's a punishment.
Yeah, but wait, Raj, 1 second. So you're saying a pig, they ultimately gonna level up?
Yeah, I mean, the pig, I mean, I'm not, look, for me, trying to understand God's intention is like an ant trying to understand nuclear physics. I'm not.
But you compared God to mother.
So I can't.
Your mom's not going to turn you into a pig, is it?
I can't give you.
No, but didn't you compare God to a mother? Is your mother going to make you into a pig or a dog or a cat?
All right, my mother's in it again. Obviously,
no, but you compared.
The Pakistanis, you're filthy people, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. You need
you abuse your own women.
You're not up
Stop
north
abusing your
you
women.
guys are
Stop abusing your women.
UK, man.
Stop abusing
your women. Look at Pakistani speak, man. Like they're nasty from up north, man. There's something wrong with you. These northern Pakistanis, man.
Break it up. Break it up.
Every single Northern Pakistani I've spoken to,
Break it up. Break it up.
Guys trying to hate on the Northerners, man. Joke.
Break it up. Reset.
Right, brother, what I was saying is yesterday.
TYO, go speak. No wonder there's a
Rod, you
grooming up.
actually believe in reincarnation?
No wonder there's grooming up.
One second. Let's get back in the
Right,
middle
can we have a decent conversation? Can we get back to
Yeah,
decent conversation,
break it up.
please? Hello.
I'm not saying
I
anything.
think we need
Fazli.
a time between
Excuse
people.
me.
No,
I'll get the
I'm not saying
time.
anything.
1 minute.
Shahid, it's not about
just
time.
triggered.
It's not about time. It's about
You just triggered.
speaking like a man and acting like a man and don't have to flow in
You just triggered.
conversation. Raj,
Yo, guys,
break
can
it
we
up.
stop
One
talking
second.
about?
Break
Can
it
you
up.
calm down?
Break it up.
Can you calm down, everybody?
Everybody break it up, man. 1
Right,
second.
mute up, please.
Let's moderate
Trigger
this. 1 second. Let's moderate this. Who wanna get at the pigeon? Who wanna?
Oh, let me just say something. Let me just say something.
Indian Sikh Muslim manners. Well done.
Can I come on?
Indian cockroach.
1 second, man. 1 second, everybody. Come on now. Give me 1 second.
Yo,
1
guys,
second.
pack it in, please.
1
Come on,
second,
stop being
man.
little kid.
I'm not even saying anything.
I'm trying to set it up properly, like a good. Raj, 1
About
second.
the
You gonna
Shahada
speak,
respect
man.
later on.
Raj, you
Mute
gotta
up, please, everybody. Everybody mute up. Everyone mute up.
All
Can
right.
you all mute up?
Listen,
Can you all mute up, please? Please,
who
guys. all
wanna
mute up,
be the
please.
Raj opponent? Who want to step up in the ring with Raj?
Me. Let me just.
No.
Wait,
It's
Faz.
not. There's no slandering. Decent conversation,
All right,
but I don't want to go
who
back
do
to
you
swearing.
nominate?
It's not
Faz,
point.
All right,
Faz,
let me
who do you
just make a
nominate?
quick point. I'll
All
go.
right, reactionary. Are you there, reactionary?
I'll bring on Shirky Stephen. Shirky Stephen wants to jump on. Bring on my Sikh bro.
Where is? Yeah, Shaky Stephen, jump on, man.
All right. We got Al Khaka. All right, we got Al Khaka. He's gonna step in the ring with you, Raj. Now listen. Al Khaka gonna start the first round, and then you respond after. Don't interrupt him, and then inshallah we don't make it too long. We keep it short and snappy. We don't interrupt. No ad hominems. We just get to the point. All right.
I got a quick point.
Can we 1 minute? I want to do a timer.
No. Wait.
I can time it. I've already got the timer up.
No. Just keep 1 point, and then let the one person respond to the 1 point, and then we go back and forth like that. We don't need a timer, man.
Let me just make a quick point. All right, quick point.
No, it's Al Khaka. It's Al Khaka.
Right, okay, if I have time, I'll jump.
You want to talk to his God? Go speak his corner. Me.
You know, I'm a god. You're God the pig.
You love it. You're just obsessed with me, man. You're weird.
Oh, I'm obsessed. You've been talking about respect non-stop for about 5 days. You're talking about obsession.
We're going to talk about it later. We're going to talk about it later. He's a Muslim now. So big
obsession.
Guys, can we get back to the thing?
All right.
So you've taken to your lives and respects Shahada now. Big up to you, man.
Yeah.
All
right, yeah.
Yeah, you just stop grooming people, please.
All right.
You've embarrassed the whole Muslim.
Oh, hang on. Raj, you forgot Colin. No.
What grooming?
Oh, guys, man, stop it. No, stop it. Hello. Can you pack it? Go, chill out, bro. Go.
I didn't say anything, Faz, man.
I know, but you two just get on one, innit? You two.
Pigeon, he just triggered by my presence. He just
the
gets
reason
triggered.
why there's Islamophobia is because of people like Ghost Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, because of me.
Excuse me. Hello. Yo, Al Khaka, are you there? Can you have this conversation with this guy? Have this conversation.
All right, everybody just 1 second.
If you're not going to talk, if nobody's talking, mute up. Everyone else mute up.
So we got the Muslim brother Al Khaka weighing in at inshallah 200 pounds.
And you got 1 pound.
Wait. Let me introduce it. Raj, let me introduce it. Weighing in at let me introduce it, man. Give me 1 second. Weighing in at 200 pounds.
I'm going to start booting people, guys. Calm down.
Wearing the same type of clothes the whole year around. In Speaker's Corner, married to Simon Lewis. Let's get ready to rumble. Al Khaka, it's on you, man. Go ahead.
All right, yeah.
If he says that,
no interrupting. Be quiet, and then you respond. Go ahead.
All right. So obviously earlier you man was speaking about if Guru Nanak is an embodiment, is he reincarnated? Is he God in human form? This Sikhism is actually so similar to Christianity, it's unbelievable. But these Sikhs will try to hide it from you. You feel me? Check Guru Granth Sahib here in Bak Khayat G. ANG 1408. If you check one of the verses, it says Jot rope Har Guru Nanak Keho, something like that. So Raj, if you know what that means, I'm just gonna translate it for the people. Yeah, he says the embodiment of light. Wahi Guru himself. This is talking about Wahi Guru. Their God is called Guru Nanak. So Wahi Guru is Guru Nanak. So we see multiple verses, a plethora of verses in the Guru Granth Sahib, where Guru Nanak is shown to be God himself. So basically, his God came on earth. So and it's further reinforced by what's it called, the scholar in Sikhism, Jagraj Singh. And what he tries to do, Raj, is say, he explained himself. That's a lie. He's lying to you. Like, there was no explanation. He says himself that the Christians came to India and they tried to make Guru Nanak a teacher, something like they tried to lower his stance, but he's actually God. They try to tell us that Jesus is God, but when we say Guru Nanak is God, they try to downplay him. So we need to start sticking to our scripture, which says the Gurus are God. So this is what we call paganism, and this is foolishness. The Gurus are not God. He himself said it. So right by now, Raj, you need to denounce the Guru Granth Sahib, because that's what the Guru Granth Sahib is saying. That's all I gotta say.
All right, so don't interrupt me. First of all, my gurus are above every other religious figure. The Guru Granth Sahib, in my opinion, is above every other book and scriptures, and for me, it's the best way of life. So no, I won't condemn anything. Now, one of the things is Bhai Jagraj Singh is fallible unless you believe he's some kind of god himself. He can make mistakes. He's a young guy that passed away very young, but was very intelligent. Now, you're not going to, whether I explained it 50 billion times, I've realized a long time ago that you're not going to understand the concept of how we see God. God, yeah, we see as more of an energy rather than some guy sitting up on a throne, sitting there looking down upon us. So when we're saying that Guru Nanak Dev Ji, yeah, we believe he's connected the most to God. So you might think Prophet Muhammad was connected most to God. We believe Guru Nanak Dev Ji was the most connected to God. Yeah, and the gurus after him as well. So like I said before, it's like an ocean with a raindrop going into the ocean. The ocean, yeah, is still the ocean, but the raindrop becomes one with the ocean. Yeah, once it merges. And so we believe the gurus who were sent to earth, you're almost, so I'll give an example. I say the Matrix here. So let me give an example. We believe that the world is an illusion. Yeah, like the Matrix. Have you seen the Matrix? But everybody is walking around not understanding that they're in an illusion. They're in a fake society. Yeah, in reality, we're not really, we're kind of blinded by the world's goods. Now, let me finish. Some people are sent by God in order that are not in the Matrix. They're already out of it, like the gurus.
Yeah, I understand.
They can see, let me finish the sentence.
Yeah,
they can see that. Let me finish it. They can see the world, yeah, as it is, an illusion, yeah, of ego and lust and greed and stuff like that. But they've come down and then they've given us either the red pill or the blue pill, like in the Matrix. And if we take the red pill, we're gonna wake up and we can see the world is an illusion. It's not real. It's just something that we've been put here to test us. And our test is going to be to battle our ego, to battle our lust, to battle all of these kind of stuff.
All right, then that's the bill. Raj, this is the bill. You got saved by the bill, man. You got saved by the bill. By the bill. 1 second. Let me moderate this. So, Raj, basically, you did not really touch on the
No. 1 second. I'm gonna reply to you, man. You lied. I'm gonna reply to you.
Yeah, but 1 second. He did not really address. 1 second, man. He did not really address the point of Al-Qaqa, what he raised.
Right? I said to you,
wait. 1 second. He did not address it on a textual base. He just waffled and wobbled and wibbled and wobbled. That's all you did. And then you start talking about the Matrix, about red pill, blue pill, Neo, Morpheus, Kung Fu kicks, and all of that.
Let me reply to me, Ibrahim. 1 second. I want
to Al-Qaqa, rephrase. Wait, 1 second. Al-Qaqa, make it short. Just rephrase.
Okay, I'm gonna make it short. I'm gonna make it short. But before I make it short, I want Raj to answer one question. Raj, you said that the Guru Nanak is not infallible. Is that true? Did you say that?
I didn't say that. I said he's not God.
No, you said he's not infallible.
I said he's not God.
No, you said
he's not infallible.
You said
Go back, rewind it.
God.
Rewind it. Did you say that? Yes or
no? No, you can rewind it. I said he's not God.
Wallahi, you said he's not infallible.
Oh, I didn't. You're gonna get embarrassed when you look.
Okay,
I'm gonna rewind it for you and put it back on my channel.
Wait, he said he's a raindrop. He said he's a raindrop of God. I gotta say, raindrop to tarnish the name raindrop.
All the gurus here are the most connected to God. Yeah, they are the ones.
So once again,
that
no, I was asking a simple question, man. Don't get into an argument, man. No, I was speaking. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Let me, because you're saying I haven't answered the first question. What we're trying to say is that the gurus that were sent by God, yeah, are people that
I asked you, is he fallible or infallible? It's a simple yes or no.
Enlightenment, yeah.
What's that got to do with my question?
Connected. You lot are so shook. You keep on muting me
because you're not answering my question. If I say 1 + 1,
man,
and then you try to
one second. Let me step in. Break it up. Break up the clinch. Break up the clinch. Break up the clinch. Give me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Raj, his question was: did you say that Guru Nanak is Masoom, infallible?
Exactly. That's all I said.
Don't start talking about Raindrop. Answer that question. Did you say he's infallible?
Yeah, I believe the gurus were pretty much infallible, and that they led the as perfect a life as you can.
All right, yeah.
All right. So he said, wait 1 second, Raj. You just have to keep it short and snappy. So he said yes. Now, Al-Kaka, are you gonna have a follow-up for that one?
Yes. Obviously, I thought he said the gurus are not infallible, but obviously the Guru Granth Sahib says everyone makes mistakes. Only the guru and the Wahi Guru are infallible. You say,
I've not said they're not.
Say again.
I said I didn't say they were. So you need to rewind.
No, but you said that earlier, but you can rewind.
No, I didn't. I'll show it on my panel.
Let's move on.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, Al-Kaka, we just asked him now, and he said they're infallible, meaning they make no mistakes. They make no mistake.
Okay, I'll move on. Because I thought you said
no, but don't you have an angle on that they make no mistakes? Why, if they make no mistake, can he go and make Hajj in Mecca and claim to be a Muslim? So either he's a liar or he's breaking.
We're gonna get to that, but obviously I want to prove that in the Guru Granth Sahib that the gurus are God in it, and Raj is saying he's not. So that's the point I had. So obviously there's another verse which says he has placed himself within the true guru, revealing himself. He declared this openly. And then he goes on to say, within the same paragraph, that he has the formless Lord Wahi Guru took form. So 1 second, what did he say here? The formless Wahi Guru took form on earth. So what is this? This is what the Christians are saying. They're saying that God in heaven took form, took on a body and came on earth. This is exactly what he's saying here. How can you downplay this unless you're saying this verse is false? It's not there. Like, what is it, fam? He said the
all right, 1 second. 1 second. Right, can you say the reference? Can you bring the reference so we show the people?
Bat Girat G ANG 1395 verse 1395. He said the formless Lord took form, and with his light he illuminated the realms of this world. Going to carry on, he says Wahi Guru himself wielded his power and entered the world. That's game over.
I mean, I don't understand what the problem is with you. Like I've said to you,
let me tell you my problem.
Let me answer. As Sikhs, we don't care whether you think it's shirk. We believe. I'm
not saying that, Rod. You're missing the point.
Let me say something. We believe, that God, sent the messengers, which were the gurus, and God was connected to the gurus. No,
this is not what the verse is saying.
They were God.
Let him finish.
The message through them, so they were basically connected to God on earth. Yeah. I don't know what the problem with that is.
Right, the problem is the verse saying the formless Lord Wahi Guru took form and came on earth. So listen, you missed the point. I was reading something which will just end the argument.
Yeah, so what did I just say? We believe.
No, you're missing the point, Raj.
Oh my God! What I said.
1 second, Raj. I'm gonna say something here. He says Wahi Guru took form and came on earth. He entered the world. That's what he's saying. He entered the Wahi Guru entered the world.
All right, so let me answer. Like I said, the gurus were not God, but they were connected to God as much as anybody could.
You keep saying that, but you're lying. I don't believe you're lying.
They were connected so to God, that in a way, God was on earth through them. It doesn't mean God was them.
Wait, 1 second. So you saying that this verse has a majasi, metaphorical meaning, that when it says that God took form, it doesn't mean that God took form as the guru. Is this what you're saying?
It could be more of an allegorical or metaphorical thing. I need to double check it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you one more verse here. If you try to play a game now, I'm gonna end it now, right now, Well, I'm gonna ask you a question before I say the verse here. Is there any difference between Wahi Guru and Guru? Is there any difference between them? Is one greater than another? Are they the same? What are they? What's the difference between both? Can you break that down? But simply, don't go into argument. Don't go into
debate. First of all, the gurus, were basically perfect, and so they were basically God's perfection on earth.
All right. So is there a difference between them, or there's no difference? Which one is it?
Well, I mean, God is perfect, they're perfect. So is there a difference?
No.
What can I say?
God is perfect, and God is more perfect than anyone.
No. God is perfect, and they sent the perfect creation onto earth.
1 second. Is God more perfect than the gurus?
But they are perfect, and God sent a perfect
How
creation.
stupid do you sound? Is God more perfect or the gurus? Which one is
They,
more perfect?
can two things be? Yeah, can two things be at the same time?
Yes, wait. 1 second.
No,
1 second.
Al-Kaka, one minute. Can I say something, Ibrahim? He just said God is perfect and they're perfect. You don't get what he's saying.
Yeah. Are you making the equal? Are you making the gurus
Are they
equal
equal?
to God?
Basically, that's my question. Are they equal?
That's what you just said. He said
Yeah,
God is perfect and they're perfect. Simple as.
God
There you
is
go. You got it.
God is
So Guru Nanak or the gurus are gods. That's what you just admitted.
I'm saying that they were the most enlightened and most.
Were they perfect? Yes or no?
1 second, Raj. Raj? Here's the question: is God more perfect than the gurus, or are the gurus equally perfect to God?
Okay.
Well, God is
have your cake and don't eat your cake at the same time.
God is a creator who created a perfect being on earth.
But are they the same?
Wait, Raj, one second, Raj. You deflecting, ducking, and diving right now. He's asking you: are they equal to the Creator, or are they less than the Creator?
So, like I said, yeah, God is perfect. He sent His perfect creations to earth to spread the message.
All right. Wait, Raj, you can't hear yourself. You're deflecting the question. The question
is not about whether I'm answering it.
Okay, Ibrahim, let me try to break
Raj,
it down.
you have to be real with yourself.
Ibrahim, don't worry. Ibrahim, I'm talking to you. Let me try to break it down, Carl. He's missing the point. Let's say your gurus are perfect, yeah, but God is more perfect than your gurus because He's the one who created that perfect being, right? Isn't that true?
We're not into this kind of who's more perfect. Perfect is perfect.
We're talking about the creator. We're talking about the one who created your gurus.
Perfect, is it not?
Say again.
Wait, what's
perfect?
No,
you keep contradicting yourself, Raj.
I'm not.
Look, he doesn't know. Simple. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
The gurus was the most. Now you said we don't care who's most perfect or not, but now you're saying the gurus are the most perfect of creation, and then you're saying we. So we're asking you: are they equal to the Creator in perfection?
They are enlightened beings who are part of the Creator. They're one with the Creator, but they are not.
Because this guy is not.
Wait. So you're saying these beings are equal in perfection to the Creator?
Yes or no?
I'm saying that they are one with the Creator, yeah, and are the most connected to the Creator. So they are the most enlightened when it comes to.
But that don't mean they're the most perfect, because God is the most perfect. You feel me? Like,
well, that's according to you. That's
according to everyone. Oh, come on, man. What kind of stupidity is this?
No, it's according to you. That's your Abraham.
Okay, let me get to the point now, yeah, because you seem like you're just dancing around the thing, fam. So
I'm doing the pigeon dance, obviously. Yeah.
So he says, yeah, soul speaks, Mathura. There is no difference between Wahi Guru and Guru. There is zero difference between their Wahi Guru, their God, and the Gurus. Zero.
Yeah, and what do you get about it? What do you get about it?
Game over now. Game over. This is
no, but we don't. We're not saying anything different.
This is where your game ends, man.
I don't. No, we're not saying the Sikhs are not ashamed of this. We believe the gurus.
No. You be the lies
on earth, yeah, and that are enlightened beings that were connected directly to God.
But that's not what I'm saying. Whether they're enlightened or not, you're missing the point. If they're enlightened or embodied, whatever, this says there's no difference between your creator, the one who created you, and the gurus, and
because
they
are part of God. They have no difference between them.
Okay, so now what I have proven,
they are one and the same. In terms of that,
so what I have proven now is firstly, your God entered earth. That's one thing that we've proven. Secondly, what we've proven is you just said yourself, the gurus and Wahi Guru, they're both perfect and they're on the same level. There's no difference between them. They're on the same level. The one who created the guru and the guru himself, they're both on the same level.
All right, so
this is what we're getting to right now.
One with each other.
So now tell me the difference between Christianity and Sikhism. What's the difference?
I don't care.
Yeah, wait, Raj,
between Christianity and Sikhism?
One second,
Jesus Christ is one with God.
Yeah.
The Father and Son are one.
One second. Raj, this is what they call incarnation. When God incarnated, this is what they talk about.
Ibrahim, let me just say something here. I remember Raj saying when he was talking to a Christian who was a Muslim, and he said Jesus is God. He said he agrees with the Muslim position more because he don't believe a human can be God. So this is a clear contradiction. This is so stupid. But now we just proven your gurus are on the same level as Wahi Guru. Your God yourself.
No.
Okay, Raj, listen 1 second.
Raj, 1 second. Is that God is actually Jesus. Jesus is God. yeah, is literally
exactly
God
what you just said.
in human form.
Raj,
No, we are saying that
Raj, one minute.
God.
No,
So,
no, they
with
believe.
Jesus,
Hold on, Raj.
One
They
minute, guys.
believe God
One minute.
is. They believe
Yo,
Jesus is God
let
incarnated.
can
That's
I?
me
what they believe.
finish the sentence. So with Christians, they believe, yeah, that God, yeah, is basically Jesus Christ. He didn't create Jesus Christ. He is Jesus Christ. Whereas
No,
with us,
he's reincarnated on earth. On earth. On earth.
so
you're lying on
God,
the
He's God's
position. Let me explain to you
God's
the position.
representative.
let me finish
They
the
say
sentence.
God
Let me
incarnated.
finish a
Raj.
sentence. Let me. So from Christian perspective, from what I understand, they believe that Jesus Christ and God are the same. Jesus Christ is God. We are saying the gurus here were created by God and are enlightened by God and the most connected to God and are one with God. They are
Okay, now
not.
let me show you the similarities between yourself
We don't
and
care about the
one second,
similarities.
This
because
is some
I don't know.
major
I don't
wobbling
know
going on
why
right
you
here.
the
care
Christians
about that.
say that Jesus was
Wait.
created by the Father and
I
he came on
gotta
earth.
say, there's some major wobbling going on right here,
Yeah, I know
man.
we see the wobbling.
Can we
He's
bring
not
it
there
back?
to the point.
Let's
Why
bring
he's
it
hiding
back and
behind
stay
is
on
like
track.
don't know why he's
We
hiding
bring it
behind. He's
back.
saying
We stay on track.
Yeah, but I
he's
don't
hiding behind.
understand. If you said we're similar to like
Bro,
Christians,
he's hiding behind. I don't care. I
we
don't
don't. No,
care.
but we
This is when you
don't.
hide. This is
We
when you're
don't
hiding.
care.
You say I don't care because you
The problem is,
you can't answer these questions.
all right, so let me say something. You're coming from a perspective of having shirk overload.
No, I'm coming
You
from
lot-
my
you
rational.
lot are like
Whoa, whoa,
shirky.
whoa, whoa. One
Amr,
second, M-Stack. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Can I say
pass it on
something, please?
to
1 second.
Ibrahim to carry on.
1 second. 1 second. Yo, guys, can I just talk, please?
You're
1
done.
second.
I've finished you. I
You're
ended
having a
you. You're
shirk
finished.
attack.
You're
You
finished.
need to
You're
calm
finished.
down. You need
Hello,
to
can I just say something?
What time is it, guys? What time is it, guys?
It's 9 o'clock.
Yo,
so I need to shoot in like 5 minutes.
1 minute. Raj, before you go, 1 minute.
Can we arrange this on maybe because I think Shirky wants
It's
to
game
jump
over for
on.
you, Raj, man. I'm going.
Yeah, no, but he's not going to do it now. But hang on, before you go, Raj, yeah, I just wanted to ask you one final question on it. Yeah, do you know when you say the Guru Nanak, was a representative? So you know your Guru Granth Sahib, is that the representative of God as well? And how can that be a perfect thingy? The book itself.
We believe that the Guru Granth
that's the 11th Guru in it.
Yeah, we believe that Guru Granth Sahib is the embodiment of the Gurus and the Word of God come down. Yeah, so for us, it's pretty much
embodiment.
Wait. Did you just say Word of God?
Well,
Word of God embodiment.
The Gurus were connected to God, so it's gonna be from God, isn't it? It's kind of like gone through the Gurus, and they've written down through their own hand what they believed, and there was other people that we believe that were sent as well, that were enlightened beings that were connected to God as well. That some of them were Sufi Muslims, some of them were Hindus.
Baba Farid. Yeah, Baba Farid, yeah. So hang on. So is Baba Farid, yeah? Is he in the same category as Guru Nanak then?
No, he's not in the same category, but we believe that
why is he not? Hang on. No, but his words that are on the Guru Granth Sahib, yeah, are his words that he's spoken. So if it's come out of his mouth, it's come from God through him into the Guru Granth Sahib. So hang on, 1 minute. Answer my question then. Then that means he has to be on the same par as Guru Nanak. I'm just giving you an example because his words are in there as well. So how can you have a perfect person's word and a not so perfect person in the same scripture?
So the Gurus determined what scriptures that they read and saw were from God. So we believe there were people sent as well that were connected to God as well, but they were not enlightened like the Gurus, and they made mistakes and stuff.
Hang on,
but some of the scriptures, some of the stuff they sent were perfect, and they just chose those ones and put them into Guru Granth Sahib.
But hang on, but R.A. Sid said, that there were some parts of the Guru Granth Sahib that one of your gurus actually wasn't. The guru's word wasn't put in there. He was put in another.
No, that's like a totally different. It's like the way you have this problem with your hadiths. We have
no. 1 minute.
Let me explain something. Like I have to put it in the Islamic perspective for you to understand, otherwise you're not going to get it. You had the Quran, which is to you perfect. We had the Guru Granth Sahib, which is perfect. We have another book that has come out recently, like a couple of maybe 100 years ago, called
Who wrote that? Sorry, who was it that wrote that? Who's
it? Basically, scriptures that could not be verified 100%. That were so they were put to the side, and so some people have your hadiths and stuff. Some Sikhs believe them, and some Sikhs don't. I don't believe they were are reliable enough to be kind of followed. So I've kind of I don't really follow those scriptures.
We got a question. We got a question for you. Do you believe that? Do you recognize Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as a prophet of God?
All right. So for me, I believe that.
Okay, 1 minute, Raj. Do you recognize Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam?
But
1 minute, yo, just
I
stop.
want to
Hold on, man. You
can
know,
we speak one at a time, or can we try to?
Can we just mute up? I can't hear anything, guys. Yo, I want to ask you, Raj. Yeah, the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, peace be upon him. Yeah, is he recognized as a prophet of God?
All right. So can you not sit down
The
and
scripture.
you're gonna get triggered? Yeah. So I think you might need a cup of water. Get a Panadol for your
Yeah,
headache.
go on.
And take it. Don't get triggered. I know you're gonna get upset. So we believe as Sikhs that there were messengers sent throughout time, yeah? And none of them probably was Prophet Muhammad, but he in his earlier days was somebody that was sending out a message of peace and love. And we believe, I mean, if anyone can disagree with me, my Sikh brothers, that his message become corrupted because of his ego and certain things like that.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second.
I told you, but let me. If you ask
No, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna answer you on this. Go on, carry on.
From my understanding, from a Sikh perspective, we believe that the Prophet Muhammad and the Muslims after become lost in their kind of Maya. Maya means the worldly good, and be started to go against their kind of like what their true message was. And so, if you look at Prophet Muhammad's early life, he was very, very kind of loving and stuff like that. And then towards the end, he was very warlike. And so,
okay, one second. Let me answer this question. Guys, Ibrahim, 1 second. Let me answer this question. You just said, right, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, in his early days, right, he was really nice, and then obviously later days, yeah. So you're telling me who actually wrote this? His story. Was it your first guru? Was it this first, second, third, 10th guru? Which one was it? Or was it one of them, or was it bits of them? No, answer the question. Which one was it?
Which answer? Because it's a combination. Because the Guru Granth Sahib is the 10 gurus that have written it by hand.
Okay.
So the thing is that even Guru Nanak Dev Ji, this is why Guru Nanak Dev Ji could not be a Muslim, because he criticized Islam. He believed praying to the Kaaba.
Did he criticize the Prophet? Listen, did he criticize the Prophet? That's all. What did he say?
Who told you to pray towards the Kaaba?
I'm asking you a question, bro. You're avoiding it. Listen to my question.
Now, first of all, who told you to pray towards the Kaaba?
Listen, I'm not on about that. Just answer my question. Forget that.
No. If Guru Nanak Dev Ji said you shouldn't pray towards the Kaaba, it's wrong, and forbade people to pray towards the Kaaba, then and you're saying Prophet Muhammad told you to pray towards the Kaaba, then he's going against your Prophet and saying what he said.
Okay, no problem. Okay, 1 minute. So then that means same logic I'm going to use. Guru Nanak knew that going to Mecca, he had to be a Muslim. So either, he was a Muslim or he lied. Which one is it? Because he's a saint, isn't he?
Wait.
Which one is it?
Number three is that he was a murtad. He was a Muslim and then he apostated.
So,
which one would it be?
First of all, Guru Nanak Dev Ji never took the Shahada, never would have, and never will.
Did he go to Mecca?
Oh yeah, I've done a drawing.
Right. Okay, 1 minute. Raj, listen, he went to Mecca. Did he lie? Did he lie going in there?
You're asking.
Did he lie going in there?
No, stop getting triggered, guys. I know it's upsetting.
I'm giving you 3 options, and you start talking about your paintings.
All right, so I'm trying to say I've done a drawing depicting him going Mecca. Yeah, and one of the things is that he disagreed with the concept of praying towards Mecca 5 times a day.
That's not my question. That is not my question.
So what I'm saying,
my question is that. Why do you keep changing?
So let me
ask you 3 options.
So let me answer.
He was a liar, a Muslim, or a murtad.
Let me answer.
Which one of the 3? Which one of the 3?
Let me answer then, yeah. So he went with his companion, Baba Farid. He was a Sufi Muslim. He was one of his best friends, and they traveled the world for 25 years. Baba Farid probably was the one that wanted to go towards Mecca to do the Hajj or whatever he was going to do. So he accompanied him to Mecca. When he's in Mecca, he criticized the practice of the rituals and stuff like that, and we know that, especially praying towards the Kaaba.
Okay, 1 minute. Stop there, Raj. Stop there. I want to talk. No, stop there. No, stop there. Stop there. No. Stop there. No.
Raj, 1 second. One second. He's giving you 3 options. Which one of the 3 options?
1 second.
I'm about to answer that if you just let me finish.
You deflect so much, yeah?
So basically, talking from you, you're the biggest deflector. You're known as the Foga deflector. Now, putting the fog up in everybody's eyes and distracting from your bullshit.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Like what you did yesterday, saying that
30 seconds.
On the Shahada of respect.
Get to the point, man. Get to the point.
Listen, let me answer. Don't get upset. So there is no way that Guru Nanak Dev Ji was a Muslim. He criticized lots of practices within Islam and Hinduism. And when he went with Baba Farid over to Mecca, he went there at a time when there was no way to really judge. There was not the security that you know today. I mean, there was lots of things that anyone could have walked into Mecca and not said anything. And for me, there's no stories of him saying he was a Muslim or saying he's not a Muslim.
Okay, fine. Okay, we get the picture. Now let me talk now.
And no one asked him, then is he lying?
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, fine. I get your picture. So when he went with Baba Farid, Baba Farid would have had to say to him, if he was a Muslim, that for you to go to Mecca, you have to be a Muslim. Any Muslim, even then today, you're not allowed in Mecca unless you're a Muslim. So Baba Farid, the same guy that you have his word, his speech in the Guru Granth Sahib, obviously, if he's going to pilgrimage Mecca and Guru Nanak went with him, he would have known why. And Baba Farid would have said to him, forget anybody asking him. So then that means either Baba Farid didn't tell him or Guru Nanak is a liar. Which one is it?
Well, which one is it?
Which one is it? No. Which one is it? So the third option is the third option is that he was a Muslim and then he became a Muslim.
Let me answer. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was never a Muslim, never would have been a Muslim because he criticized Islam and Hindu. So can you be a Muslim and say not to pray towards the Kaaba is wrong? Praying towards the Kaaba.
What question am I asking? What question am I asking?
You could be like Mirza Ghulam Ahmed, and we don't consider him in the fold of Islam. But
he's not Muslim then.
You're not right.
Yeah, but he labeled himself as a Muslim.
Thank you, Ibrahim, for clarifying that he was never Muslim. So thank you. We can put that to rest now. If you don't believe and you've condemned
that was Mirza Ghulam. That was Mirza Ghulam. That was Mirza Ghulam.
So was Islam Ghulam a Muslim?
He considered himself a Muslim.
No, was he a Muslim?
He considered himself.
We don't consider him.
Was he a Muslim?
Then what? Do you need to take your medicine? Do you need to take your medicine? Take a breath. Breathe in. Calm down.
Okay. Raj, shut up. Listen to me.
Was he a
Answer
Muslim?
my question. Okay. Simple. Don't deflect. So Raj, you're trying shit. Who? Mirza Ghulam.
Yeah. Was he a Muslim?
Mirza Ghulam wasn't a Muslim. No.
Oh, so
no, he wasn't. He said he was another prophet.
So Guru Nanak Dev Ji was a Muslim. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji said he was the next messenger.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's one of the Mahdi Dajjals, man.
So Guru Nanak Dev Ji was never Muslim. He criticized Islam. He said he was sent by God, after Prophet Muhammad. So he could never have been a Muslim because he went against your prophets.
Hang on 1 minute. Your TYO, where's he gone? Was he?
So if someone comes along,
why you've never honestly, Raj, answered any of our questions. You just diverted all the time. So 100%. I asked you a simple question. Simple question, yeah.
I've learned
from you. Did he lie? You're not good though. But you're not good though. But you're not good.
I am good. I'm good. I'm doing the kind of the Sufi dance all over the place.
Yeah. wait, Raj.
We see that. We see that.
I can almost hear. Listen, Raj. I can almost hear Ammar shouting from the rooftops. You wobbler!
Wobbler.
You dirty wobbler. You know, I can almost hear him scream this on the rooftops, man.
All right, so the thing is, I need to. I can't believe I've been. It's been a good conversation though. Not gonna lie, a bit heated. So we can redo it and share the feedback on the next time.
Let me give you one advice. Calm down. Be more short and snappy when you respond to things, and don't start talking about your artwork every 5 seconds when you get a question.
I'm plugging it. Oh, so before I go, can I ask, because I spoke to Raspect, and did you take his Shahada or not? Because you said he's not telling people that he's Muslim because of personal reasons.
Go and ask him that.
I asked him, and he said that he doesn't know what you're talking about.
Big up Raspect, all day, every day, okay? If he wants to say something, he can say something, no problem. Listen, Raj, listen. Huh? Go and ask her, innit? You know that, innit? What are you saying?
Yeah, Respect.
Listen. And you forgot Colin as well. I took Colin away from you guys as well, remember?
Colin.
Oh,
did you do
Punjabi gay? Yeah, it's on my channel. Yeah.
You didn't finger him, did you?
No, that was you, innit? You were doing it, so I got him away from you, innit?
All right,
It was you doing it. I got him away.
Just to clarify, yeah, you said yesterday on the stream that leave Raspik alone, and you was implying one of the reasons to leave him alone is because he's a fellow Muslim brother, and that that's what he's implying.
Was I implying that? Yeah.
Well, you said, how do you know he hasn't become Muslim? How do you know?
So the question is, listen.
When Waleed said to him, if you're a Muslim, you should be proud and tell everybody. You said, how do you know what his personal reasons are as to why he hasn't told everyone? You said that.
100%. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to clarify it again. I'm going to say that you guys, it doesn't matter whatever you believe. It's what I believe. Yeah. Okay. I know what he said to me. I know what that's between me and him. If you want to believe what you want to believe, it's up to you. But it's up to him when he comes out and says what he is, whatever he is. Leave it with him. Okay. I'm telling you from my stance. Okay. Because listen. It does not. This conversation ends here. That's it. Okay. End of.
All right.
Now I've said what I've said. Go rewind it. Go look at it. And go make what you want of it.
I've got it on my channel. I'm doing repeating everything. I did it yesterday. I listened to it very.
Before you go,
confirmed that he has told you something on a phone call, something that he is Muslim, and you implied that maybe you're taking his shahada, and that Zabida and Waleed should leave him alone because he's a Muslim, and the only reason he's not telling everybody he's a Muslim.
The reason? No. It's nothing like that. No, it could be like that. It could be not. It's up to him. It's his thing, isn't it? All I'm saying is I don't like two groups of people fighting. Yeah.
But are they both Muslims?
Alhamdulillah, yeah. They're all Muslims, and if they're not, then people could be guided to Islam as well. Are you happy?
So Raspik is a Muslim.
I've said to you, go look at my thingy. Why keep asking me the same question?
I didn't make it clear so I can get the soundbite and record it and replay it.
No, it's okay. I've told you.
Why are you obsessed with Raspik like this?
Why? Because
wait. One question to you. If one of your close friends,
he don't know.
1 second, man. Come on, man. I hate this. My brother, please, for the sake of Allah. Listen, Raj. What's the thing? If someone close to you or your family member will become Muslim, would you treat them in any different way?
It depends. It depends on the version of Islam. It really depends on the version.
I didn't. You said it depends on the version of Islam.
Yeah, the sect of Islam. So it depends.
He likes the cake version. That's what it is. Sorry, not Amraz. He likes the Maulid version, innit? That one, innit? The Sufi dancing on it.
You have wait.
I'm gonna be honest. Although I'm not the Sufis, I do believe Sufi Islam is the most correct path of Islam, in my opinion.
It's because some Sufis, they have the same belief as you, of pantheism and all of that. But listen,
look.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not.
There's Sufi Sikhs as well, by the way.
Raj, there's certain Sufis, they say you don't even have to be a Muslim to be a Sufi. So
then they're saying that. That's
no, because Sufi for them it's like mysticism, like esoteric.
I've met someone like that, and I was saying, dude, you're still a Muslim though.
No. You got Buddhist Sufis and all of this. But anyway, do you have anyone in your family or close friend that become Muslim?
I was about to say, thank God, no. No, I'm checking. No, they haven't. No.
There's no one close to you or someone you know.
Very rarely I hear about Sikhs converting to Islam. Only if they marry someone, like a woman. If they're married, then they might convert. But I've not known of any married men. If someone can find me someone, even Abid's not Sikh. He's actually Hindu. His surname's Mystery. That's a Hindu surname. So I don't know any of the Sikhs ever converted to Islam myself personally. A full Sikh.
You say Abid was not a Sikh.
Yeah, because he might have tried to look into Sikhism, and I'm not sure if he ever got very far. But his dad, but if you listen to his name, I can hear from the surname Mystery, and he's told me his mother's Hindu, and he said he's Sikh. His dad was Sikh, but I mean I don't know how much influence he had for him because he didn't know anything. He didn't even know the name of the Guru Granth Sahib. When I asked him when I first met him, I said name the whole Sikh holy scriptures. He couldn't name it. So if I asked him, what's the name of the Muslim holy scripture,
didn't fast ask you to recite from your holy book, and you couldn't do it.
Well, I can because I can do the first part of it, which most Sikhs can. So it's a bit like you lot. I don't know. What's your thing about testing people? That if someone doesn't know the basics, they will. What is it?
Yeah.
What do you call it? When do you
No,
look,
no.
you look, you
If
look,
someone, for example, doesn't know Surah Al-Fatiha or the
yeah,
basics of
Yeah,
A'udhu
yeah,
Billahi
yeah,
Minash
yeah. Okay,
Shaitanir
yeah.
Rajim, then they're not
Yeah,
Muslim.
So
of
if I
course.
ask someone what's the holy body of the Japji Sahib and they don't know it, I will question whether they were Sikh, because I learned that when I was like off by heart for like when I was like 5. So if you don't know that, that's like really, really bad. So I needed to even know, like it was worse than that. He didn't even know the name of the holy scriptures of the Sikhs. So that's
But
the next level.
so Raj, I know you gotta go, but inshallah, sometime I want to ask you about you say there's no rules and like the punishment. How would Sikh rule a government with people,
Yeah,
society, and so forth?
yeah, so we can talk about that. I think it's an interesting question. It is quite, because I actually want to seek homeland or Punjabi, but not ruled on Sikh laws, but secularism. So I know you're going to
Yeah,
find that a
that's
bit
the
weird,
thing I
but
want to ask you about the Sikh
yeah.
laws, or any. But inshallah, if we have that
So,
discussion,
Ibrahim, what I can do is to
just calm down, when we have that, and put ad hominems to the side and all of this, and we have a discussion. And yeah, I
yeah,
will
but when
ask you
people start,
questions.
yeah, but Ibrahim, when people start saying Dead John, that's my father's name.
Have you heard me talk like that?
Not you, but a lot of people, you can't.
At most,
But,
Raj, at most, what I said to you, I've called you like a pigeon.
no, but I'm
and
saying other
wait,
people.
wait, 1 second, 1 second. And that's when you disrespect my deen.
Yeah,
All right?
I don't mind it. I'll be honest with you, the pigeon is just a bit silly. But when you're jumping on saying dead Jah, calling me dead Jah,
You
you're
never heard
saying,
me say that,
no,
man.
I'm not talking about you,
Show
but
me
other people.
timestamp.
No,
Allah
but
is my witness. I never
I'm not
said that.
saying you. I'm not saying you, but whenever people jump on the
I'm
panel,
talking you and me. If
no,
we're gonna have
but
a discussion,
somebody else, but Ibrahim, if somebody else is on the panel going dead Jah in the background, you're gonna piss me off because you're speaking about my father's name.
yeah,
You're
I
taking up
understand
my
what
father.
you're saying. But did you hear anyone today on the panel saying it?
Yeah, when Akram, he said dead Jah.
On
He
the
always
panel
does that.
today?
Yeah, on
Today?
today, but you can hear it. It was earlier, so that's when I started. Like,
Yeah, there was too many people speaking at the same time. But all I gotta say, just calm down for that discussion, inshallah, if we have it.
I can have a good
And
discussion with you.
put all that dominance to the side and get ready for questions and come prepared with the info. That's all I gotta say.
So, to Mr. Singh, you saying my cousin ran off with a Muslim, that's why I'm bitter. When you know my cousin was groomed, you're a disgusting, vile piece of shit, Mr. Singh. I'm telling you now, the day that we meet, it's going to be peak for you, not physically, but mentally. I'll crush you like a cockroach. The other thing is, though, Ibrahim, that there has been a Sikh empire. So I can look into the Sikh empire and see how they governed, but it wasn't necessarily the best religious empire, because the guys that were, Maharaja and Jeet Singh, we don't revere as anything apart from a king. He wasn't like a guru or anything like that. So the Sikhs ruled the Punjab, Kashmir, where TYO is from. So he ruled TYO's people, Bigar's people in the Punjab, Afghanistan up to the Khyber Pass. And that was for around 60 years, from around, I think it was 1795 until around the Brits come in until like 1855. So they did rule that part of the world for around 60 years. So I'll look into how they governed under that law to see how it would kind of like come about. Is that all right?
Yeah, but I was thinking most like the principles and these things. Like, yeah. But inshallah,
Yeah,
look
we have a real life kind of test case of a Sikh empire that run from the Kashmir, where TYO's people lived, Pakistan, where Bigar's people are from. So even in Pakistan, they have names of cities named after Sikhs. Did you know that?
But for 50 years.
It's not a long time, but if you think about how small the Sikh population was, only 5.
Yeah, but 1 second. So they have. Just let me clarify one thing. So they had all of that lands, all of those lands, for 50 years. How did they get that power? Was it through the British that?
No. The British come after the British. So basically, the Sikhs were being oppressed, and I won't go into why. And then what happened? The Sikhs militarized, and within 100 years, we ended up conquering our oppressors. So 85% of that part of the world was Muslim, 10% was Hindu, and 5% was Sikh. And we ended up ruling from the Kashmiris, all the Punjabi Muslims, all the way up to Afghanistan. And so even in Pakistan now, there's cities there's one city called Haripur, And Haripur, yeah, is a big city in Pakistan, and that's named after a Sikh soldier called Hari Singh Nalwal, who conquered that area. So there's whole places all over the place with Sikh. They don't even realize that their cities are named after Sikhs. Lahore was the capital of the Sikh kingdom for 60 years. So we can look back at that time on how did the Sikhs rule such a large swathe of the Indian subcontinent as a minority, only 5% over such a big space. Remember, the Afghans are badass, so for the Sikhs to be able to beat them, we must have been doing something right. So I'll look into that history when I can. Anyway, Foga.
I think he left. I think he left. He's not there.
Oh, that Foga, he's I don't know where he's come from, man. He's in so much drama.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
I
pass you on. You know,
we got to be down with lead, although we don't agree with each other, and they condemn me for a lot of my beliefs. But I will say something like that: the way they were treated. And big up for them swinging Hallspec's jaw metaphorically, and he's on the canvas crying his eyes out. And now Zabida and Waleed are victors. And I'll say something now. I was very tired yesterday because winning is tiring. When you win a lot, you get tired, and I'm still tired from all the victories. So big up to myself as well. Anyway, I'm on. Foga fast, Foga fast, Foga fast, Foga fast. Teacher from the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh. Please,
no disrespect, but you need a reality check.
I have some more Foga fast. The preacher from the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh.
You bigged up yourself.
Hate disunity between the Muslim brothers. The biggest disunity since the Shia and the Sunni conflict. Foga fast, Foga fast. This channel is known as the MMA channel, Mixed Martial Arguments channel. Foga fast, Foga fast. The creator from the Black Lagoon of Bangladesh. He slanders everybody 24/7. And then the Foga fast put the fog in front of people, and they think he's an innocent little Foga. I will expose the Foga fast.
All right, but the Raj,
yeah,
stop talking about our religion. You need to get some real nutrition. Stop flapping your wings like a real local pigeon.
Please, I receive. Can I have some more?
All right, that's enough now. All right, so take care. Make sure you eat the right seeds and all of that.
Foga, I'm gonna get you, man. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah. Go make a music video with Fast now.